Hey there, Aries. Well, I am here to do a reading for you today. I've got my Halloween stuff in the background getting ready, got my bat earrings on, ready to go, ready to go. I loved Halloween as a child because I remember thinking, wow, what a holiday. You get to eat your body weight full of free candy, and then you get to dress up too. I was like, oh, this is my holiday. So I've always had a love of Halloween. So got my little Halloween t-shirt on. All right, so Aries, I'm going to show you what Spirit has for you today. But let me state before I begin that this is a timeless reading. And as such, it's not important that you see the video with respect to when it was created. But rather, if Spirit gives you an intuitive nudge to watch a video, then there's something in that video for you. The other thing I need to make you aware of is that this is a general reading, and as such, it's not going to resonate with each and every person watching the video. So what you're going to need to do is take the parts that resonate with you and leave the rest for someone else. And also in Tarot, for those of you not familiar with that, Tarot is genderless. The court cards that are used in the Tarot deck do not necessarily mean that that is the gender of the individual. Often in Tarot, you have to kind of interpret the energy. Either am I holding a masculine energy? Am I holding a feminine energy? Sometimes I'm always reading from the perspective of the sign I'm doing the reading for, but sometimes you may resonate more with the other side, and that's okay. You can flip and switch as you need to, but just see if this resonates with you. One side will resonate, the other one won't. You'll know that's your side. So with that in mind, I'm going to state Spirit had several things that they wanted you to be aware of, and when I see something pop up twice or more in a reading, I know it's very important and Spirit wants to emphasize it. The first thing Spirit wanted to emphasize in this was divine timing and patience. And I know that's really hard. I am a fire sign, and I've got a stellium in Sagittarius too. I've got a sun and a stellium in Sagittarius. So we're fire signs. We're action oriented. We want to go. We want to do. But this is one of our lessons in life. Is like, no, sometimes you have to sit and you just have to have faith, because you know that God in their knowing everything that's taking place, they're going to know the right time, the right way for things to be in place for you, for your spiritual advancement, for your betterment. So just always remember that in the back of your mind. It may not be what we want, but it's certainly what we need, and just have faith. So that faith was another issue that I saw on the cards. It was brought up several times. There's been an incident in your recent past, Aries, that I think was quite painful. And you had a lot of fear surrounding it. I think that it had brought you to a point to where that you had lost some of your strength. You weren't at your strongest point during this time. And there was someone who betrayed you. It was the ultimate betrayal. I don't see that you've completely healed from it, but I see that there's a slight progression in that. And what's ahead of that is Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Sixes are always indicative of going from a place of turmoil into calmer waters. And so you are making that progression. It may seem like you're not moving, but understand that you really are making progressions, Aries. You're going to have a major completion. There's going to be a major life completion. If it's not already come up, it's coming up for you soon. You're going to be okay. You are self-sufficient. You know, you have the resources you need to take care of yourself, and are pretty content being by yourself. I see you putting down a Nine of Wands, which is excellent. But I do see there's a transformation that's taking place. You are getting out of victim mentality mode, and you are finding a place of contentment within yourself. The Nine of Cups is here, which is wish fulfillment. Now, that can mean satisfaction with self. In other words, it doesn't. Maybe you decide you don't want a relationship, but you're happy where you are. Once you get to this point, you're going to be at a really good place. I do want to forewarn you that there is going to be someone who's going to come into your energy, though, for many Aries, and this person is someone they hold the devil energy, in the sense that they may be controlling, they may be manipulative, they may be deceitful. I did, in pre-shuffling, notice the Knight of Wands along with Magician in Reverse came up, which is someone who comes in very quickly. They just want to get what they get and they're out, and they manipulate you in order to do it. So use your discernment, have your guard up, because I do believe for many Aries, someone is going to try to manipulate you into doing something that you normally would not do. They may be very smooth with their talking. They may be able to talk you into it most of the time. But Spirit's saying you really need to use your discernment now and see clearly what is going on. You're going to take some time out, I think, to recover after this incident, because there is going to be some turmoil between you and this person. It doesn't have to be a physical fight, but the friction, I guess I should say. But then after that, I see that there's someone that you have fond memories with, that has a very loving heart, that you're going to start a love connection with. There's going to be a reconciliation that's going to take place. There's going to be some problems that will come with it, but it's just something in life you have to do. Problems come everywhere, but you'll find a way through it. This is going to be something significant for you, Aries. And right now, I think you're at a point where you're kind of really frustrated, and it's just like nothing seems to be going like you want it to. It's going to turn around. You are going to find success. There's going to be, for some of you, a period where you can take maybe a little mini vacation or something, possibly with an older woman. It's not going to resonate with all of you, but there is an older woman involved for many of you. And you're going to find, again, you're going to have an successful outcome to a problem. But Spirit's also cautioning you that you need to pay attention to your work. You're also, that new love interest is very much going to be a kindred spirit of yours, Aries. But in order for that to happen, one of the things many of you are going to have to do right now is you're going to have to get yourself grounded, because I see that you're not grounded. One of the best ways you can get grounded, if you can do it safely, is go outside, take your shoes off, lay in the grass, walk in the grass, hug a tree, whatever it is, connect with nature. And this is going to help to ground you. It's also going to connect you further to Spirit. So there's several advantages from being outside. And again, it's getting ready to get cold, so as much as you can. But being grounded is very, very important. Divine timing is again here at play. So it's just being patient and letting things unfold. It was emphasized in several cards in here too. Things need to just be released and just say, Spirit, take me where you want. How do you want this to go? I'm trusting you. That's what Spirit is emphasizing. And some of you you've been prone to have negative thinking lately, and Spirit's saying that's not healthy for you. They're recommending that you start trying to have more positive thoughts, because positive attracts positive and negative attracts negative. So try to keep your thoughts positive. Do not lose your faith in Spirit, and always be aware that no matter what turmoil you're going through, Spirit is always there with you, constantly walking with you. So it may seem like you're alone, but you're not. Spirit is asking you again to release. Just let things flow naturally. And if you do that, you're going to find peace. Through connecting to Spirit, you're also going to see that your creative juices are going to start flowing again. You're going to tap into some creativity. And I pulled a fairy dust card for you, and it says, direction is yours to choose today. Your inner light will guide the way. So intuition, another card about intuition. Because you've used your will and you've come into self-empowerment, and Spirit, as such, is going to start directing you down the path that you're meant to go down. But it's going to require patience, and it's going to require acceptance. Now, many Aries out there are kind of feeling like this. Like, everything's dark. I don't have anything to guide myself by. I don't know what to do. I'm just stuck. I'm right here. But that's going to change, because the last card in that deck is New Beginnings. And you'll notice how green and fertile it is here and how gray it is where you are now. That will be changing once you go through that archway. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but some Aries out there, there is a male figure, and this really is male. These cards, if it says older man, it's older man. But the tarot cards, to me, it just depends on the deck. But there's going to be someone, they either were deceitful with themselves or deceitful with you, that is a male. You're going to come across some financial prosperity, many of you will, and a wish is going to be granted. You're going to regain that flame. That's another time this is brought up. You may have lost that passion for creating, but you will get it back. Spirit is saying it's time to move on and it's time for change. 555, expect the unexpected. Fives are always about change. And right now, Aries, you're coming up as a phoenix. So you are rising from the ashes. All this turmoil and agony that you went through, there's going to be a beautiful rebirth. And there's I got chills again. There's another card that was rebirth in this deck, rebirth reversed. That just means it's delayed, but it is coming. There's also going to be a very loyal new love who's going to be coming into your life, a new sexual partner. I don't know if it's going to take place by the end of this autumn or next, but autumn somehow is involved, and I believe it's before the end of autumn. So either the end of this autumn or the end of next for many Aries. And God wants you to know, too, that rejection is God's protection. Because this situation that you went through up there, it never seems like it. It's like, well, that's not what I wanted. That's not where I wanted to go. But God and Spirit, they will try their best to guide us into ways to where that if they see something bad is going to happen, they're trying to, as much as possible, get us on the right path, okay? It's always free will. You have free will to do what you want. But these are just recommendations that Spirit's saying your life will go smoother, you'll be happier, more peaceful if you can pursue this path, okay? But just remember, if you go through a tough time, rejection truly is God's protection. You've been at a point where you've been kind of indecisive, but I see you've done work on 2 of your chakras and getting them balanced, and this is excellent. Your heart chakra and your sacral chakra. And because of that, Spirit is bringing the angel of love, and here is a man holding a heart. So let me see. I think that is pretty much it. I think, again, there's going to be that communication coming through for some of you with that Sagittarius that may lead to this new love. But again, doesn't mean it's not your reading if you're not involved with the Sag in that sense. It's just for some people in this collective. But I think that's really the bulk of what Spirit wanted to share with you today, Aries. So Aries, on this fine fall day, I say I wish you love, blessings, and I say shine bright and be kind, my friends. Take care.